I think you're going to be surprised by maybe some of the stuff that it's going to generate. And not that you have to use every single thing, because you are the business owner, you know what's best for your business. But even if you just abstract or take one or two really good things out of the strategy that it puts together for you, it's a win-win, right? It took you like 5 minutes to type that.
Hey everyone, welcome to the S.O.B Marketing Podcast, where we celebrate the S.O.B that you are. And if you haven't figured it out yet, we mean small-owned business. We don't mean S.O.B.
Listen, we know that as a small business owner, you are working hard on the daily to keep your business fully operational while trying to promote it. And while some days it may feel like the business is owning you, if we're being honest with each other, I bet you would admit that you wouldn't give up the insanity for anything.
Our commitment here at the S.O.B Marketing Podcast is to give you the real talk, what works when it comes to advertising, marketing, promoting your business, and then what doesn't really work.
And Chelsea and I promise to always keep the conversation real. Welcome back, you little small business baddies, to another episode of the S.O.B Small Owned Business. We'd never call you names. Marketing Podcast. Here with my beautiful baby sister, Chelsea. Hey, Chelsea.
Hey.
All right, guys. So before we get into it, just a quick reminder. At the end of this episode, we have a TLDL section. Too long didn't listen. That's something that's very specific to our podcast. That is basically where Chelsea's going to sum up what we talk about here today. So if you are on the run, if you only have, a minute, go forward to that section. She'll give you the rundown. And then we want you to come back here and listen to the entire conversation because it's going to be juicy. All right.
Vivian, what are we talking about today?
All right, so today we are actually, I'm pretty excited about this episode.
Oh, gosh.
Listen, y'all SOBs out there using ChatGPT, all right? And so we just want to give you a way to better use ChatGPT.
Yes.
So this entire episode is going to be talking about prompts and how you can oomph up these prompts and really get a lot more out of ChatGPT because, it's there for our taking, y'all. Like, it's there to help us.
Absolutely.
So we might as well do it. So, go ahead.
I want to start this conversation with some ground rules, though, guys. Okay. First off, we are not going to be copying and pasting from ChatGPT. Because everyone can tell when you do that, okay? We're going to get a little creative and still use our brains. 1, and 2, we are going to keep in mind that you should never be sharing private information, okay?
With ChatGPT.
Yes. Well, with anyone, really. You shouldn't be sharing private information or sensitive information. No sensitive information about your small business or your customers.
Do not give it your social security number. And part of the reason being is, like, for example, let's say you are a practitioner of any type, or you're a small business owner that has a mailing list.
Yes.
Don't download a spreadsheet with home addresses and names and then upload it to ChatGPT and ask it to do something for you. Just don't do stuff like that because we all know that, for one, ChatGPT is a learning system. It's still learning things. But then also, if in the future they change any of the, what do you call it?
Like their privacy laws or rules or anything like that.
Any of the fine print, you don't want to be on the hook for potentially them sharing somebody's personal information because you did something like that.
Absolutely. So really, good rule of thumb, anything that you share with ChatGPT, you should be comfortable with being public knowledge.
Okay.
Okay? Okay.
I'm so glad this isn't a crime podcast.
Why? Will we not be good at it? What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying white collar crime. You guys be telling ChatGPT what you're doing, and not good. No bueno.
I wonder if someone's done that. Can you imagine if someone was like, what's the best way to, like, defraud my company?
Oh, legit. Or where do I hide a body? Legit. Somebody has done that, okay?
Oh, gosh. Okay.
So moving on.
Yes.
Since all of you are on the right side of the law here, let's talk about how you can use ChatGPT with your small business.
Okay. There are so many ways you can use it. Again, we're not going to be copying, pasting stuff, but I love using ChatGPT for like content brainstorming.
Mm-hmm.
So like what content would be engaging for my target audience. You can also ask it to help you with strategizing. There are a lot of ways to use it. Specifically, though, I want to drive home. The key is in the details.
Okay.
When it comes to any of these AI tools, giving as much information as you can give to these AI bots, as long as the information is not sensitive or private, the more information you give, the better your results are going to be, no matter what you are trying to do, whether you're trying to build out a marketing strategy or you're trying to come up with content ideas. Mm-hmm. The key is in the details.
All right. So as a starting point, there are some things that we recommend you do to get the most out of using ChatGPT. All right. So, number one, Chelsea's about to punch me in the face.
No, it's fine.
Make sure that you are specific and clear. Remember, you're utilizing it. You have a question. You want it to help you develop something, come up with, some ideas. It needs to know exactly the more specific you are with it, the better the response that you're going to get back from it, right? Yeah. As opposed to just leaving it super generic, unless that's what you want. Provide context. The more context you give it, the better, because remember, it's still learning. And so if you say something like, do this in the tone of a friendly blah, 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 then it's like, oh, okay, I know what kind of tone she's wanting from me, as opposed to like a rigid professional response to something, okay? Yeah. Explain the type of responses that you're looking for. Maybe throw in some examples, because examples can guide it and let it know, hey, if she's wanting something along these lines, then I'm going to give her stuff that matches or in line with that. Assume an identity. So give it a brand voice that you're using to better understand. This is something where I think over time, when you use ChatGPT, it's naturally going to do that anyways, right? Yeah. So like, if you tell it contextually, my small business is about X, Y, and Z. We sell widget A, and we do it in a way where we want to be someone's go-to, source of information for blah, blah, blah. It's going to then put all those pieces together, and it's going to understand that for future stuff as well. Yes. And then again, if you're not getting something you want, don't be afraid to try it again, tweak it, redefine it, get a little more granular. You're allowed to go back and actually tell ChatGPT, not exactly what I was looking for. Can you give me something more along this? Yeah.
Again, it's a learning program.
Yes.
So it needs to learn what it's done wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we actually have examples that we're going to be giving, because sure, we can talk about all this stuff, but what do we actually mean, right? So Vivian, are you ready to get in the first example?
Let's go ahead. Do it, yeah.
Okay. So first example, this is going to be your boring, generic, bad example.
Or why don't we frame it like this? This is your good, and then we're going to give you the better.
Okay, so we have generate 10 post ideas about topic for my business type. So here's a very specific example of that. Generate 10 post ideas about marketing for my small business marketing business.
Okay, that's good. But I feel like you could do better.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing. So the type of responses, and y'all, we actually put this stuff into ChatGPT so we could show you the difference in responses. So some of the responses I got from this prompt would be marketing advice I wish I ignored, Or marketing is hard when you're the janitor and the CEO. I don't get that one. I don't.
It means when you're doing every part of your small business, when you're mopping the floors and also trying to strategically get your business going.
I mean, yeah,
that's what it meant.
Okay, sure. If you only had 1 hour this week for marketing, do this. Here's the thing. These aren't necessarily bad.
Yeah.
They're not very good either. They're very vague. And they don't take into consideration who we are as the seasoned marketer, as the S.O.B marketing podcast, it doesn't take into consideration our brand voice because I didn't give it our brand voice.
Yeah. And okay, so think about this too. Chelsea had mentioned this earlier in the conversation, you guys. When you start to sound like everybody else because you're using ChatGPT and everyone's typing the same type of response. This is and I get it. You want to use ChatGPT you're using it for ideation.
Yes.
So good. You're showing up, you're using a tool, and you want to create good, attention-worthy content, something that's going to be intriguing to somebody, so that way you can promote your business. But when you say generate 10 post ideas about marketing for my small business marketing business, there's so much in there that you're leaving to the imagination for ChatGPT,
yes.
Okay? And like Chelsea just shared, their response is, great, okay, some of the basic stuff you could do is marketing advice I wish I ignored. Okay, great. This is where, like she said, if you're going to turn this into actual content you're creating, you may end up looking like other people just because there's not enough there for it to generate something that's hyper specific.
Yeah. Now, do I think you could definitely take that and build on it?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But you're kind of giving yourself more work when you make it that generic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my updated prompt.
So this is better.
This is better.
Okay.
My sister and I run a business that helps small business owners manage their own marketing with confidence. We offer things like tutorials, a membership community, a podcast, and free templates. Can you generate 10 engaging post ideas that align with our no-fluff, straightforward brand voice? We want a mix of educational, relatable, and promotional content to share on Instagram and possibly repurpose for our podcast or email list.
What I love about this, when you put this prompt, you talk about one of the key things that's a cornerstone for us, which is manage their own marketing with confidence. That's a big thing for us. We don't want to do y'all's marketing for you. I mean, we do have some services where we could do that, but we could do your email, stuff like that. But what we want to do is we want you guys to leave after hearing a podcast episode, watching a YouTube video, downloading something, after one of our membership community weekly calls. We want you to leave feeling like, I got this. I can do this, and not feel desperate for I don't know what I'm going to do. I feel like I haven't touched my marketing in so long. The confidence part is a big deal. So I love that you put that detail in there. The other thing is you gave it scope. Here's what we offer. We have a little bit of a mixture of stuff. We have tutorials. We have a podcast. We have a community, right? So you're giving it a range.
Yes.
Okay. Then
also, since we're analyzing this, no fluff, straightforward brand voice. We're very much about, we're going to tell you straight up how it is. I'm not going to
Chelsea's going to be a little meaner about it, and I'll be a little nicer. Maybe you should have thrown that in there. Chelsea's the mean one.
I could have put that, but my point is we're not going to use big marketing words, and we're going to say very simply and very straightforward.
Did you say slimply?
Very simply. Well, why would you? I'm trying to talk. It was a slip up.
Very slimply. It's kind of y'all, we did an Instagram reel about we're having a very big shrimp controversy here in the Low Country. And the lawyer, which by the way, I kind of fangirled, they liked our TikTok video.
That.
The lawyer, the legal firm, when he got up there, in front of the news, and he was like telling them the lawsuit that these shrimpers were bringing against the restaurants who falsely said they were using South Carolina shrimp and they weren't, and they're going to, hit him with the lawsuit now. Yeah. He said, this Shrimply cannot continue. And I was like, wait a second, did he really say that? Yes, he did.
Yeah.
So you just had your Shrimply mess
Whatever.
up.
Okay.
I
don't even remember what I was saying.
You were saying no fluff.
Yes, I specifically told it, no fluff, straightforward. That is the type of brand voice that we have.
Yeah. So there's a tonality to it now. It knows that it's not going to, if it wanted to use big words, it's not going to now, because it's like, okay, they want it to be, no fluff and just get straight to the point.
Yeah. Which we know the big words. I just want to say that.
I mean,
we know the words. They're just not important. You don't need, I don't need to give them to you.
Maybe that's a future episode. Big marketing words. Just an episode of big marketing words.
Big marketing words. Okay.
Okay. And then I love that you also gave it very specific instruction. We want a mix of educational, relatable, and promotional content. So you're giving it 3 things that you're expecting from it. Okay. So what type of new responses did you get?
Okay, right off the bat, things a marketing coach will say that we never will.
Love.
Okay, that's perfect. That is 100% something we would share.
Yes.
Because, again, our entire point is we're not going to take over your marketing. We're not going to talk down to you. We're going to give you all of the facts straight up, right? Then in the little description of that
what
idea,
we could do with it.
Yeah,
right?
what we could do with it. It said debunk common BS like post every day or you need a huge following. Use humor or side-by-side quotes. Great podcast episode idea or real teaser for it.
Yes, I like this because it's not doing the work for you. And this is what we want you guys to understand, because ChatGPT it's still learning, it's picking stuff up. It could potentially be generating sentences or paragraphs that in some way, shape, or form have appeared elsewhere in other content. And so we
AKA you could plagiarize.
Unintentionally.
Yes.
And so, I don't know that legally if you can shrimply point back to ChatGPT as a defense when you get sued for plagiarizing. No, so the reason I say that is this is probably the best use for ChatGPT for a small business owner. We're not telling you guys to let it write your social media captions because you want to keep that voice. And think of it this way. If you guys continue to write in your style, to show up authentically as you are without having ChatGPT type your crap up for you, you are going to stand out.
Yes.
When everyone else is turning to it because it's the new shiny tool to use, you're going to be the one that stands out because you're actually talking like a human and sharing information like, person to person. Love that they gave you an idea though. They said, hey, why don't you do things a marketing coach will say that we never will? For one, it's setting us apart. 2, it allows us the opportunity, like you told it to be straightforward. Right? Okay, like straightforward. These are things that you may commonly hear in our industry that we would never get behind.
Absolutely.
So love it. Great idea. What's the next thing it told you? Another suggestion.
Another suggestion it gave me was we built our business on these 3 beliefs. So this is a mission-driven post. Talk about why you value clarity, no fluff, and empowering DIYers. Make your audience feel seen and understood.
Love. And I love that we're not asking it to do it for us, right? But it's giving us, if you're using it to generate ideas, it's giving us enough of like it's wetting our whistle so that we can then come up with other ideas.
Yes.
And if we don't want to use this specific one, okay, great. Now we built our business on these 3 beliefs. Now I kind of have that idea where I could probably use it for other things as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Stop wasting your time Googling how to market my small business.
Join the S.O.B community. Get templates, expert advice, weekly Zoom calls with us, and a supportive group of other business owners for, get this, just $50 a month.
Marketing doesn't have to be hard when you have help. Head over to www.school.com/SOB. That's SKOOL.com/SOB, all lowercase. Join today and feel confident in your marketing. Let's go into, Vivian, more examples because I want to give you guys more examples that you possibly will want to use in the future, right? Okay, so another common prompt. Draft a marketing strategy for my jewelry business.
Good, but could be better.
Could be better. It's just not enough information. Here's an updated one. Can you draft a marketing strategy for my handmade jewelry business? We specialize in minimalist, gold-filled pieces targeted toward women ages 25 through 40 who value quality, timeless design, and ethical production. We sell primarily online through our Shopify website and Instagram. Our current goals are to increase online sales, grow our email list, and improve Instagram engagement. We have a $500 a month marketing budget and about 10 hours per week to spend on marketing. Please include both short-term and long-term tactics and prioritize strategies that are organic or low cost. Y'all, now I'm
That was a good one.
I was going to say, y'all, now I'm in my head about my words. I have to talk so slowly to make sure I don't shrimply mess up.
You shrimply cannot. I love this. There's just so much about this that hit the nail on the head. Where do we even begin? For one, I love that you told it who you're targeting, who your target audience is, right? And the type of woman who would be interested in your handmade jewelry. You said not just an age group, 25 to 40, but all 25 to 40-year-olds are not the same women, okay? Especially women, okay? But they're the ones who value quality, timeless design, and ethical production, because the ethical production is a big part of it. So it now knows to use to put you in opportunities because you've asked it for a marketing strategy. It's now going to recommend things that's going to get you in front, hopefully, of that very specific group of people.
Yeah. I love we mentioned, it's handmade, it's minimalist, it's gold.
Yes.
So giving it specifics on your business and the type of product you focus on.
Also, you telling it and directing it on what you're currently doing. Our two big ways of selling are through our Shopify website, also Instagram. It now knows, okay, well, great. If those are the two avenues, I need to be sure that whatever I recommend is going to point them back to that, right? So maybe I'm not going to be recommending, billboards, because that wouldn't point them to, right?
Exactly.
Also, not going to be recommending billboards because you said you only have $500 a month to spend. So I love that you gave it a parameter.
Yeah, you gave it parameters. You know what my favorite part of this prompt is, though?
What?
You gave it goals.
Okay.
You told them what your goals are. I'm focusing on growing my online sales.
Yes.
Growing my email list. Improving Instagram engagement. That changes the type of marketing opportunities it's going to give you.
And I do want to say this up front. Would I necessarily take the marketing strategy that's going to generate off of this prompt and do it bullet point by bullet point? Maybe not. Okay.
Yes.
But what is going to happen is I guarantee you there are going to be some ideas in there that you're like, oh, oh, why didn't I think of that? Or like, oh, that's staring me in the face. And that's something I can implement right now at a very low cost. I could start doing this next week. Yeah. I think you're going to be surprised by maybe some of the stuff that it's going to generate. And not that you have to use every single thing, because you are the business owner, you know what's best for your business. But even if you just abstract or take one or two really good things out of the strategy that it puts together for you, it's a win-win, right? It took you like 5 minutes to type that post. And then it feels like you have someone that's like, oh, well, hey, since that's the scope you gave me, here are just a couple things that maybe you should consider, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And just know ChatGPT should have included the S.O.B membership community in there, because with your $500 a month marketing budget, you can join our community for $50 a month. You still have $450 to go do whatever you want, and you get marketing support.
Yes. Okay, so next prompt. Create a social media strategy for my skincare business. That's fine. It's vague, right? It's
Could be better.
Could be better. Okay.
You shrimply cannot argue with that.
Oh, God. So, updated prompt. Can you create a social media strategy for my service-based business that offers skincare consultations and customized product recommendations? My ideal client is women ages 30 to 50 who are dealing with hormonal acne or signs of aging and prefer science-backed holistic solutions. I'm currently active on Instagram and TikTok, but I'm not consistent. My goals are to build brand awareness, attract more leads for my consultations, and increase traffic to my website. I have a small budget of $300 a month and about 5 hours per week to spend on content. Include content ideas, posting frequency, and suggestions for growth and engagement.
Love everything about it. It's, this one, I think you did same from prior. Really great. You told it who your target audience was and also exactly what you're currently doing, right? And I love that you were very frank in telling you what you were not doing, right? Yeah. So you're like, hey, I'm not consistent. I'm not spending a lot of time.
Here's the thing. If you want actual helpful feedback, you gotta be honest.
I kind of feel like ChatGPT just turned into a therapist. Tell me all your problems. I will solve them.
Oh, gosh.
The other part of it, you gave it, again, parameter with the budget.
You know what I like? I like telling it the amount of time you have to offer.
Yes.
Because let's be reasonable. You don't have all the time in the world. ChatGPT giving you this really complicated process, you're not going to be able to do that if you don't have the time for it.
Yeah. I just want to add to that and say a lot of us as small business owners have our heads in the cloud. And I get it, y'all. We're dreamers. We love it. Okay. But if anything, this example, I think, just proves if we are open and upfront about what our parameters are and the fact that we got flaws, we ain't going to be consistent, not maybe, it's going to generate a response that is going to be more conducive to what you are going to do. So it's not setting you up for failure. So then you're not feeling like crap when you're like, oh my gosh, it put this whole thing together for me and literally it's going to take 10 hours, but I only devote 5. And so then I'm never going to do any of it.
Okay. I have one more example, y'all. Describe how I can sell my digital planner using an online funnel. Broad.
Okay, very broad.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's give it better parameters. Can you describe how I can sell my digital planner for busy moms using an online sales funnel? The product is a $25 downloadable PDF that helps moms stay organized with daily, weekly, and meal planning templates. My target audience is women ages 28 to 45 who juggle work, kids, and home life, and who prefer practical, affordable tools over fancy apps. I currently drive most traffic from Instagram and Pinterest. I'm looking for a funnel that includes lead generation, email nurturing, and a sales conversion step. Please include suggested lead magnets, email topics, and how I can automate the funnel using tools like Flowdesk or ConvertKit.
Love. What is your favorite part? Because you shared your favorite part from the last one. What's your favorite part out of this prompt? This revised prompt.
How can I automate the funnel using tools?
Yeah. So you told it the tools that you have available.
Yes.
And you said specifically, these are two things that I could or may be using.
Yeah. So basically you're saying, how can I use these to make this entire process easier? Love that.
Awesome. I think for me, what stood out was you told it very specifically about your product, right? Because I think when you did the original prompt, the good one, describe how I can sell my digital planner using an online funnel. It doesn't tell me anything about like, okay, what is it? What's your price point? What potentially, and all of that comes into play because now you've told it it's a $25 downloadable PDF. Hopefully the stuff it's going to generate and bring back to you is not going to be like a $1 million, thing that's going to cost you because it knows your return on investment is going to be so skewed from a $25 downloadable planner that it tells it or gives it like a little more guidance as far as what should I recommend when the price point is not like $100 product, but instead it's $25.
Yeah. Also, there are so many different kinds of digital planners out there.
Yeah.
Being specific about targeting mothers is very helpful.
And also meal planning.
Yes.
Okay, the meal planning, the fact that that's a big thing. So, there are different moms out there. There are some moms out there who, they're not going to be cooking. They don't have some moms just don't do that. Well, I think I'm not a mom, you guys. Love that it's detail and more detail. And then also you told it very specifically what you were expecting from it. Include suggested lead magnets, email topics, and how I can automate this funnel using these tools. Yeah. So those three things it knows it has to include it in the generated response. All right, guys. So for this discussion, we hope that you got something out of it. If anything, what we wanted to do was, for one, just encourage you to utilize tools that you have available to you, like ChatGPT. I'm on the free version, you guys. I don't pay for ChatGPT. Do I go on there and use it? Absolutely. Yeah. Do I think it helps me save time? Yes. You could probably implement it or leverage it to do something in your small business. Definitely not copy and pasting Instagram captions or letting it write your emails or any of that, because we want you to keep your brand voice. This is a computer. It is not your brand. It is not your business. Okay. So do not put that kind of pressure on ChatGPT, please. Okay.
Yes. So, Vivian, can I do the TLDL?
Yeah, do it, girlfriend.
Okay, so this TLDL is a little bit different because it's not necessarily a summary. But if you skipped ahead to this chapter, I'm going to give you the tips to remember, the important pieces of this conversation, which was about how to fix your AI prompts so that you get better responses from whichever AI platform you're using, most likely ChatGPT, right? So, tips to remember. Be upfront and specific about the outcome you want. Give context and examples. Don't be afraid to keep narrowing down your requests. So, refine it a little bit. Make it funny, make it relatable, make it sound like Gen Z, make it sound mean because I'm the mean one out of the two of us. Ask for a specific voice, style, or tone. So I guess this would be when you're saying give it like a sassy, mean voice, right? Okay. When it's not giving you what you want, ask for a follow-up or revise your prompt. or just give it notes on, hey, you know what? I'm actually looking for something a little more like this. Teach it about you, your brand, your business, and your products or services. The more it knows, the better the response is going to be. Don't let it replace you. This is the most important one, y'all. Don't let it replace you. It's here to help you generate ideas and get creative, but it should not replace your voice. Also, don't forget that you could potentially plagiarize if you're copy and pasting. And also, once again, reminder, do not give it private, sensitive information. Just be on the safe side. Anything you put into these AI chatbots, make sure it's information that you're okay with being public.
Yes. If you would love to support us building our marketing cult, all right, that's what we're calling it around here, for good, not for evil, then we need you to do a couple things, okay? Because like any good cult member, you want to comply, right? So go ahead and subscribe to this podcast. Also be sure that you are sharing it and that you leave a review. That is one of the best ways where we could get in front of other small business owners so we can take over the world.
Yes. But oh, and quick reminder, y'all, we are working on creating an episode of this podcast where we answer all of your marketing questions. Doesn't matter what the question is. It can be very specific to your small business. We are here to answer it. So if you have a question that you want read and answered, I guess on recording.
On air.
Well, it's not on air, but on recording. Then go ahead and email us at help@theseasonmarketer.com. You could also leave it in a comment wherever you're listening or watching this. You can DM us at The Season Marketer on social media platforms. Y'all, go be the best SOBs you can be.